ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकाय चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले सोऽयं रूपः कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवं च श्रीरूपं सग्रजातं सगणसगुरघुनाथं वितं तं सजीवं सद्वैतं सवधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदं सगणललितां श्रीविशाखान्वितं च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुत देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुवैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यः वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमति भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। So thank you very much. Today we are starting the Bhagavad Gita classes. This Bhagavad Gita course actually we are starting from today onwards, and we will go through the every session. We will go through the chapter 1 to chapter 18, and we will cover the Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad Gita is very, very important book of knowledge. Important thing Srila Prabhupada always emphatically stressed that my disciple must have a knowledge, thorough knowledge, like a lawyer. Just like a lawyer knows the law book in and out. So Prabhupada actually given an instruction very emphatically, very important instruction that Bhagavad Gita, all my disciple, all devotee, and everyone must read the Bhagavad Gita. Very, very important. So, because this Bhagavad Gita is not an ordinary books. This Bhagavad Gita is a book that was spoken by the Supreme Personality of the Godhead. Padmanavasya Padmamukhasya Vinishrita. The author himself is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The God is speaking. It's not any Tom and Dick and Harry, any ordinary person or any powerful personality is speaking Bhagavad Gita. No. All the Bhagavad Gita, the instruction of the God spoken by the Supreme Lord, Krishna. Therefore, it carries the most very, very important message, not only for the Arjuna, for entire human race, so that by following the teaching or applying the teaching in our life, we will terminate all our anxiety and misery of this material existence. So it's starting, I will show you some of the slide of Bhagavad Gita, so we can have very nice knowledge what is Bhagavad Gita. So here you can see that, you can see the Bhagavad Gita full screen layout. So first of all, we should know that what is Bhagavad Gita. So Bhagavad means Bhagavana. The word Bhagavad is coming from the word Bhagavan, of Bhagavan. Gita means song, divine song or instruction. Literal meaning is song, but it can be interpreted, it can be translated as instruction of the divine instruction of the Bhagavana. And who is that Bhagavana? Ishwara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigrahanadiradir Govindaya Sarvakarankana. Bhagavana means opulences. Bhaga means opulence. Ban means who possesses all these 6 opulences, full of beauty, full of strength, full of riches, full of wealth, full of knowledge, full of renunciation. So therefore, the teaching of Bhagavad Gita is perfect. Essence of all doctrine, essence of all Vedas, essence of all knowledge, king of education. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna himself say, this is king of education. Is a universally popular spiritual crown jewel of spiritual wisdom, because it is spoken by the God. And God is all perfect. Etachamsa kala prusra Krishna tu soyam Bhagavan. Sometimes we are bewildered, we are ignorant about who is God. So the all entire Vedic scriptures has said that Etachamsa kala punsa Krishna tu Bhagavan soyam. Who is that Bhagavan who has got all the 6 opulences in full? That is Krishna. And this Bhagavad Gita, the author himself is Krishna. If we separate the author from the books and try to understand as a scholar, I want to be a scholar of Bhagavad Gita, to learn Bhagavad Gita, what is therein, we will miss the opportunity. We will not understand as it is. Because the speaker of the Bhagavad Gita is very important. Ultimate instruction of the Bhagavad Gita to surrender to the speaker, who is the Supreme Lord, Bhagavan. Sarva dharman parityadam mamekam saranam vaja aham tvam sarva papebhyo mukhyasami. That is very quintessential philosophy of Bhagavad Gita. If we miss that, many of them, particularly in India, they do not surrender to Krishna. At the same time, they have so much memory, recite or memorize the verses of Krishna, Bhagavad Gita. They want to separate Bhagavad Gita from the speaker. They have no idea the ultimate instruction, the quintessence philosophy, the important instruction, the concluding instruction of Bhagavad Gita is Sarva Dharman Parityajam Mamekam Saranam Vraja. Therefore, our Acharya has said that how we can read Bhagavad Gita, how to study Bhagavad Gita. We have to take this point that Bhagavad Sarva Dharman Parityaja, the ultimate instruction in our while studying, that most important thing to focus, that this verses is very important, surrendering to Krishna. We are not studying Bhagavad Gita to become a scholar, to become a great preacher. No, to become a devotee of Krishna. When Prabhupada went to America, that time there were 700 editions of Bhagavad Gita. Somebody asked Prabhupada, why another version? Prabhupada said there is a difference. The 700 version is not exactly as it is, as Krishna says. The spirit of Bhagavad Gita, understanding Bhagavad Gita, is missing in that 700 version. Because everybody trying to give their personal opinion. They want to add something or delete something. It is adulterated by personal opinion. But I am presenting it as it is, without any addition and subtraction. Then how can you say you are not adding the result? The result is very important, because result that justify the authenticity of your books. Result is that he went to the America, and there are beefeaters. There are, they are very foreign culture. They do not know who is Krishna, what is Bhagavad Gita. But when they started reading and studying Bhagavad Gita, hearing Bhagavad Gita, they become the devotee of the Krishna. That is the central point to surrendering to Krishna. If you do not become a devotee of Krishna after hearing Bhagavad Gita, then this is just a, this is just useless waste of time of, studying or reading Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, it is very important to know that what is really the purpose of the Bhagavad Gita, what is the relevant, my benefit of the Bhagavad Gita, and what is the main aim of the life. So here is Bhagavad Gita. It is said that it is a perfect theistic science called Gita Upanishad. And Veda has divided into 108 Upanishad. Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord. Therefore, it is a special Upanishad called Gita Upanishad. Essence of all doctrine, philosophy, Vedic knowledge, spoken directly by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. Other literature is spoken in his incarnation or by sages. But this Bhagavad Gita is coming out directly from the lotus mouth of Supreme Lord Krishna. So therefore, a human being should realize the aim of life. The direction is given in all Vedic literature. The essence is given in Bhagavad Gita. So all the Vedic literature, the essence is given in Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Prabhupada always says that if you read Bhagavad Gita, if you know Bhagavad Gita properly, then you do not need to read any scriptures, because all the essence is given. And the timeless dialogue between God and man, set on a warfield of unforgettable ancient battle, answer the weightiest life question with uncommon ease and clarity. Weightiest life question. What is this life question? The life question is that we are existing in a non-existential atmosphere. Therefore, this material existence is a place of suffering. People are suffering. Most obnoxious principle of suffering is birth, death, disease, old age. You may be a rich person, you may be a poor, you may be a saint, or you may be a very illustrious person. You cannot surpass these miseries of birth, death, disease, old age. And so many other miseries by our mind, body, by others, by calamities. So material existence essentially means that it is a miserable life, temporary and miserable life. Krishna himself certified this material existence is a miserable life and temporary life, troublesome life. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is that not only that Arjuna was in a difficult situation, a precarious situation, we all in the material existence in a very precarious situation, because our existence, very existence is in a very non-existential platform, very temporary. We cannot maintain our status quo. I'm an engineer, I'm a doctor, I'm a father. I cannot maintain. I have to die. I have to give up everything. My association, my assets, my position, everything. Apart from this, as a result of that, all our plans, dreams, schemes, everything become baffled, because everything is stripped out from us at the time of death due to temporary nature, transient nature of this material world. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord because he so mercifully spoke not only to Arjuna but to all the human race, so that they will learn this, imbibe it, and how to get out from this precarious situation, how to get out from this obnoxious material existence. That is whole purpose of Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Prabhupada said that Bhagavad Gita is meant for to deliver the mankind from the nations of material existence, revive our lost relationship with Lord. At present, we have turned away from the Lord. Therefore, we are imprisoned in this material existence. And according to our karma, either good or bad, we have been rotating. Sometimes I am Bill Gates, sometimes I am gatekeeper. Sometimes I am a rich person, sometimes I am a poor. Sometimes I am a very, reputed person. Sometimes I am very, unreputed. Sometimes I have a king, I am pauper. So in this way, according to karma, we are rotating since time memorial. You can see also, experience yourself, why somebody in a very good position, somebody is not a good position. Why there is a discrepancy? Due to our karma. Therefore, Krishna is telling that we have been now entangled in this karmic reaction. Therefore, we are struggling in this material existence. So Bhagavad Gita is, purpose of Bhagavad Gita is to deliver the mankind from the nations of material existence. Material existence full of nations, full of ignorance, full of suffering. Therefore, this Bhagavad Gita is very paramount important, because it is a matchless gift to all the mankind to stop there or terminate all our anxiety. Everybody is anxiety, everybody in problem, not only Arjuna. Somehow or other, everybody in a problematic situation. So how to stop this anxiety? You cannot say, you can ask the President of America, he is anxiety. President of Prime Minister of India, he is also anxiety. You ask anybody, he is in anxiety. That is the intrinsic nature of material world. Everybody in anxiety. How to stop this anxiety? Therefore, this particular material world called Kuntha. Kuntha means full of anxiety. So therefore, Bhagavad Gita is not only spoken to Arjuna, but spoken for the benefit of everyone, future generation, so that they can accomplish the real mission of life, revive our eternal existence. Now we have now disconnected from the Lord. We have to reconnect back. So Bhagavad Gita is a yoga, science of yoga. Yoga means linking up, how to connect. So whole idea to Bhagavad Gita to again connect back to Krishna, so that we will revive our eternal existence. We will go to our spiritual existence, original existence, where there is an absence of all kind of anxiety and misery. That is the whole idea of the Bhagavad Gita. And particularly Bhagavad Gita is meant for those who are really wanted to solve this accord position of life. Therefore, it is the entitlement of intelligent class of people. The foolish cannot understand. They are not interested in Bhagavad Gita because they do not want to solve the awkward position of the life. Therefore, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, it is the entitlement of the intelligent class of people. Those who are intelligent, they will study the Bhagavad Gita and try to solve the problem of the life. So on this introductory notes, we are starting with Bhagavad Gita chapter 1, which is called this very nice, this one. There's a glorification of Bhagavad Gita has been given. Mahatma in Padma Purana, Lord Parvati said to the Lord Shiva to speak about the glories, and Lord Shiva is speaking the glories of the Bhagavad Gita, which is recorded in Padma Purana. It is said that Gita Shastram idam punyam ye pathate prayat puman Vishnu padam abhapnati bhoyo sakadi vartita. What is the benefit of reading Bhagavad Gita, hearing Bhagavad Gita, studying? It is said that Bhagavad Gita is a transcendental literature which one should read very carefully. If one properly follow the instruction of Bhagavad Gita, one can be freed from all misery, anxiety in the life. One's next life will be spiritual. How much benefit of hearing Bhagavad Gita? Shankaracharya says that Bhagavad Gita kinchidadita, Ganga jal kanika pita. If you little bit of read Bhagavad Gita, Jamanina charcha, you will never have a discussion and conversation with Jama. That means you will never get punishment for your karma. Little bit of also Bhagavad Gita will save you from, going down to the hell. That is the benefit, tremendous benefit. Therefore, it is said that Gita Shastram idam punya, very pious, very auspicious. We should read very carefully, not by yourself, but we should read from a devotee coming out from the disciplic succession. Krishna himself said, Arjuna, these signs should be read or received through the disciplic succession, Guru Sishya, Guru Sishya. So we all are studying the Bhagavad Gita, is coming down from Krishna to Srila Prabhupada. So all my lecture is based on the teaching of Srila Prabhupada as it is, without any addition, without any adulteration, without any subtraction. Then second is telling that if one reads Bhagavad Gita very sincerely, with all seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, the reaction of his past deed will not act upon him. Because we have so many reactions. Today somebody was asking, what is karma? How it is, all the things, how it is acting upon it. So there are so many karma. According to somebody is placed, somebody is snake, somebody is tiger, somebody is human being. Among human beings, somebody rich, poor, all these varieties because of our karma. So all this karma will not act, will be nullified by reading Bhagavad Gita. Therefore, Krishna also says, Sarva dharman parityajam mam ekam saranam vraja. Reading Bhagavad Gita means surrendering to Krishna. When you surrender Krishna, Krishna says all your karma will be nullified and you will be transferred to spiritual world. Malanochanam, malanirmochanam punantunsam, jalasnanam dine dine, sakrit gitamrita snanam, sansara malanasanam. It is stated in Gita Mahatma Third that every day we take bath to cleanse our body. But here it is said that if one take bath once also in Bhagavad Gita, once you read entire Bhagavad Gita, then all your sansara mala, all your dirty things in the material life will be vanquished. How much benefit of reading once even bathing in Bhagavad Gita. People go to Ganges to clean their material life or material miseries. But after a prolonged bathing in Ganges, they do that. But here, only once. Once you take bath, means once you study Bhagavad Gita, that is enough to clean your material life. Because it is coming from the mouth of Krishna. Gita Sugita Kartavakim Anni Shastra Vascheri Ye Soyam Padmanavasya Mukha Padmam Vinirsita. Because Bhagavad Gita is spoken by Supreme Personality of Godhead. One need not read any other Vedic literature. One need only attentively, regularly hear and read Bhagavad Gita. In the present day, people are so much absorbed in mundane activity. It is not possible for them to read all Vedic literature. So, but this is not necessary. This one book, Bhagavad Gita, will suffice because it is the essence of all scripture. So it is the essence of all scriptures and spoken by the Supreme Lord. So there is no need because people are so busy, extremely busy. They cannot read all the Vedic literature, Vedanta, Vedas, Puranas, all the things. So one book is sufficient. No need of any other books. And this book, if somebody attentively and regularly hear Bhagavad Gita, that is enough to bring us all auspiciousness and attain Krishna. So it is said that who drink the water of Ganges attain salvation. What to speak about who drink the Bhagavad Gita, which is coming out from the mouth. Of course, there is no difference between mouth and feet, but comparatively study the Bhagavad Gita coming out from the mouth. How much it is benefit. So therefore, it is stated in Sarva Upanishad Gava Dagdam Gopalanandana Partha Vascha Sudhira Bhakta Dagdam Gitamrita Mahat. Sarva Upanishad, all the Upanishad, these Vedas have 100 Upanishad. Together, all Upanishad is like a Bhagavad Gita. And who is speaking Bhagavad Gita? Krishna is a cowherd boy. He is milking the cow of Bhagavad Gita. And who is drinking? Arjuna is drinking the nectar. Therefore, we should follow the Arjunas, like we should drink the nectarian milk of Bhagavad Gita to make our life successful. Then the final Gita Mahatma, it is said that Eka Shastram Devaki Putra Gitam, Eka Deva Devaki Putra Eva, Eka Mantra Tasya Namani Jani, karmapi ekam tasyam devasya seva. In the present day, people are very much eager to have one scripture, one God, one religion, one occupation. Therefore, ekashastram devaki putra gitam. Let there be one scripture, only one common scripture of the whole world, Bhagavad Gita. Eka deva devaki putra. Let there be one God, that is Krishna. Let there be one mantra, chanting of Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Let there be one work only, the services to the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna. So that is the 7 Mahatma has been given. Apart from this, there are so many Gita Mahatma has been given in Padma Purana also. That is important 7. So on this notes, we will start this Bhagavad Gita as it is. I have given this Bhagavad Gita as it is, Gita course as it is, because we will be learning as it is, Prabhupada has been spoken. So after the introduction, all these booklet documents, I will be sending you materials. But let's start with the Bhagavad Gita chapter 1. Chapter 1 is that the subject matter of chapter 1 is there. You can see here also in chapter 1 is that. So this is the introduction is there, and chapter 1 about the observing the army in the battlefield of Kurukṣetra. It is also called Visada Jogo, because in chapter 1, the protagonist of Bhagavad Gita, the protagonist of Bhagavad Gita called Arjuna, as a dear devotee of the Lord, he was been very in a depressing situation, perplexing situation. So in order to drive away all the griefs, the Lord spoke this Bhagavad Gita. So one thing very important in this Bhagavad Gita, we should know that the Bhagavad Gita is spoken at the war field. Why at the war field? Normally, the gospel or discourse or this kind of sacred conversations is spoken either in the temple or in the cave or in the forest. But why it is in the war field Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna? Because material existence means we are at war. Everybody is struggling for life. From day to morning to night, everybody is struggling. And in this situation, we need to get the solace. We need to get the solution. Therefore, Krishna spoken at the war field to relate our situation with the situation of Bhagavad Gita. We have a Kurukṣetra war inside. Everybody life is like a struggling. From Ant to King Indra. Brahma Brahmanala Loka Punaravartina Arjuna. From Brahma to Ant, everybody is a struggle life, because everybody has to undergo the birth, death, old age, disease, the obnoxious misery. And one more thing is important. Since Arjuna was in a very precarious situation, but he did not turn away from the Bhagavad Gita teaching. He never neglected the instruction of Bhagavad Gita. Although his war is about to start, but Arjuna wanted to spend time to learn the Gita wisdom. Similarly, we may be crammed with so much responsibilities, maybe so much pressing situation, professional and personal, but we should not, in order to satisfy the demand of our personal and professional pressing situation, a responsibility, we should not neglect the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. Then it will be a colossal loss. The setting scene of Bhagavad Gita reflects that importance of Gita wisdom. All other things can wait. Everything can be wait. Tomorrow we can do that, but I cannot neglect the wisdom of Bhagavad Gita. I cannot neglect the hearing Bhagavad Gita. That is a colossal loss. That is ignorance. That is what it reflects, the setting scene of Bhagavad Gita, where it is spoken at the battlefield, in the battlefield. It itself signifies, reflects how important is Bhagavad Gita. So whole idea is that there are little bit of history is going. We are going to little history, or 2 minutes of history. That there are 2 brothers, Pandu and Dhritarashtra. There are 2 kings, Pandu and Dhritarashtra, but Dhritarashtra was blind at birth, from the birth. So Pandu has been designated as the king of Kuru dynasties. It is after all a family war. So when Pandu prematurely died. At that time, their sons, 5 sons, they were very young. And Dhritarashtra also has 100 sons. But among them, the son of Pandu, elder son of Pandu, was the eldest among all. So he was qualified according to the scriptural injunctions, according to the rules and regulations, Rajya Dharma, he should be appointed as the king. But they were small. When they become grown up, that time Dhritarashtra's elder son Duryodhan was very envious of all these Pandavas. He do not want to give the kingdom or to see the Pandu sons Dhritarashtra as king. Therefore, he made a plan, very malicious, malefied plan, scheme to exterminate them, kill them. And he prepared a Lakshyagraha and he wanted to kill them. But somehow, because they were very pious, not only pious, they were the devotees of the Lord. Therefore, they were escaped from all this danger. Duryodhan also tried to insult his wife Draupadi, tried to attempt to disrobe her. But Krishna, the Supreme Lord, who is called Bhakta Vatsala, he came to rescue by giving unlimited cloth. After that, by scheming, by a very malicious purpose, he sent them to exile for 12 years. And finally, he tried to usurp the kingdom of all Pandavas. So after doing all this kind of injustice to Pandavas, Duryodhan was very adamant. Even he was not ready to give 5 villages to them, which was proposed by the Krishna as a peace messenger. Finally, there was inevitable war. So both the sides are in the army. Pandava's side are in the army and Kaurava's side are in the army. And they have decided to set up or, go to a place which is called Kurukṣetra, which is also a Dharma Kshetra. And they decided to go to that place and fight the war. And Krishna was with Pandavas, because Pandavas were just people. They were following the Dharma. They were not only devotee, they were on the right side. On the other side, this Kuru and all the company, Kauravas and company, Duryodhan and company, they were not in the right side. They are not just, they're unjustified. Therefore, Krishna was not on that side. So when everything is decided, the assembled one, and the king, Dhritarashtra, who was blind from the beginning, so he wanted to see the war. At least he wanted to hear the commentary, what is going on. Therefore, he requested the Vasudev to give his disciple Sanjay, who is also a secretary of Dhritarashtra, give that vision, divine vision, so that he can see and give me the online commentary, live commentary of the war. So now Bhagavad Gita is opening on the notes the question of Dhritarashtra when he is asking to his secretary Sanjaya that now the war is about to start, everybody assembled at the place called Kurukṣetra. Now what they are doing? So we can start with this beautiful verses where Bhagavad Gita opening verses, Dhritarashtra inquiring his secretary Sanjaya. So Bhagavad Gita start with the inquiry of Dhritarashtra from his secretary Sanjaya about the situation on the battlefield. Sanjay, who was able to envision by the mercy of Vyasa even while he was in the room of Dhritarashtra. Just like we are in the room and television is football match, cricket match going on, we can see. And similarly, the Sanjay has got that subtle telecast. He can see all the things, all the war of what is going on in Kurukṣetra, sitting on the Delhi. Delhi was called Hastinapur previously. So the first verses say that Dhritarashtra bacha dharma kshetre Kurukṣetre samaveta jujussava mamakaha pandava chaiva kimakruba Sanjaya. So Dhritarashtra is saying that O Sanjaya, after my sons and sons of Pandu, they assembled in the places of pilgrimage at Kurukṣetra, what did they do? So he's asking this question. And this question is very important to know because it reveals the mindset of Dhritarashtra. First thing is that this question is a bit absurd because he's asking those, all these two sides, Pandavas and Kurus, they are desiring to fight. What did they do? I am going to restaurant, I will eat it. There is no question of asking this one. If I am now with prasadam, I will eat the prasadam. If somebody asking what you do with prasadam, of course I will take the prasadam. But why is asking this question? That is very important. It reveals the mindset. First of all, this Duryodhan, the Dhritarashtra, is desirous. Dhritarashtra is not only physically blind, but also spiritually blinded. He has got material desire. That is the problem. We should take the lesson from this first verse, that if you have a selfish or material desire, or you want something interested in selfish gain, there is always the anxiety and frustrations is inevitable. Therefore, he is, although they are about to fight, he is asking what did they do? Because he is desirous that my son should win. But at the same time, he is doubtful. Why is doubtful? Because this place where the war is going to, setting place, is a place of Dharmakhetra. Dharmakhetre Kurukṣetra. Dharmakhetra means place of religious rites, place where dharma has to be supported, place where very sacred place, holy place. So in that holy places, even these miscreants or atheistic people go, they change their consciousness, change their mind. So he is doubtful whether my sons, they will compromise. He do not want to compromise. He want his son become the king. Pandava will be killed. That is his idea. Therefore, he is doubtful. My son may change their mind. Oh, let us now reconcile. Let us now negotiate. After all, the Pandavas are my cousins. So he is doubtful of the influence of the holy places called Kurukṣetra, which is a Dharmakhetra. And next mindset is that he is fearful. Why he is fearful? Because this Kurukṣetra is a holy places, Dharmakhetra. It will support the Dharma. And Pandavas are with Dharma. But Kauravas are not with Dharma. So he is fearful the outcome of the result may support to Pandavas, not to my son. Therefore, he is fearful. So all this is point. Now you can get it from the Prabhupada purport and lecture. So it has been totally, after reading all the things, I have come up with all these materials so that it's easy for you to understand, even after not going through the books thoroughly. And fourth point of Dhritarashtra mindset is revealed is partial. Why is partial? Because he said that Mamaka Pandava Chaipa. Although it is a family war, both are belong to Kuru family. Now he's telling my son and Pandu son. He is now separating the Pandavas from his family lineage. Therefore, he is very partial to his son. He is blinded. He is so much affectionate. The attachment to the your son, your family, that is the cause of our bondage. Whole Vedic literature say that now in material existence, we have called Sangha Dosa Jukta. We are infected by the attachment. We are attached to family, country, community, our body. In this way, we are entangled. That is the cause of our material bondage. We should learn that. We should not have so excessive attachment to any material things, including our son, wife, children, country, etc. That is the learning lessons. If we so much attach, then we will be very much, disappointment, frustration. We will have that malicious intention will come in our mind. It will contaminate it, pollute our heart. So when Dhritarashtra is asking these questions, and Sanjay, who is secretary, he knows that Dhritarashtra wanted fight. He do not want any compromise. So therefore, I have given entire slides why. Therefore, Sanjay has said that, okay, never mind, king, don't be disappointed. There is not going to be any compromise. Duryodhan, your son, he is now, after seeing all this arrangement, he is now going to see Duryodhan is now going to his teacher and asking the preparation of the war. In the second verses of Bhagavad Gita is very nice. It is stated that it's spoken by the Duryodhan, and Duryodhan mindset has been revealed. Sanjaya Uvacha distatu pandavanekam vyudham duryadhana tada acharyam upasangama raja vachanam avravit. So Sanjay said, O king, after looking over the army arranged in the military formation by the son of Pandu, King Duryodhana went to his teacher, spoke the following word. So very important. And supposing you are reading this, what you will understand this? Therefore, we should understand through the acharyas, acharya commentary. There are Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the Baladev Vidyabhasan name. Now our main acharya is Prabhupada, current acharya. We think that, okay, just Sanjay is saying, O king, Duryodhana is looking after the arrangement of military formation. He went to Duryodhana. No, the meaning is that here Duryodhana is very fearful. Duryodhana mindset is revealed. He never expected that Pandavas will arrange so much military armies, because Pandavas were there is no source of income. Their kingdom was hijacked by the Duryodhana. If you have a king, you can tax and you can have some money and you can arrange the war. But you are not the king. Your kingdom was hijacked. How they can arrange it? He was fearful. Therefore, he is going to his teacher to ask this: what's going on? What is the situation? Paschatam Pandu Putranam Acharya Mahitam Chamum Viddhum Drupada Putrena Tabasisya Nadhimata. Therefore, he is asking to this sorry, I have to therefore he is going to his teacher and asking what is going on. Yeah, so you can see here now. So here he is asking now, the Duryodhana asking to his teacher Dronacharya, oh my teacher, behold the great army of the son of Pandu, so expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, son of Drupad. So here it is criticizing his teacher. He is telling that, behold, you see the great army of son of Pandu, how they managed to arrange so many armies and expertly arranged by your intelligent disciple, son of Drupad. Why is using the Drupad? Because there was in history say that Drupada is a king who had Drupad is the father of Draupadi. So he had a fight with Dronacharya. And Drupada, what he did in order to kill Dronacharya, because Dronacharya is a great fighter, he could not fight. So he did a Jagya. From Jagya, Draupadi came, and also from Jagya, another personality, his son came. His name is called Dushtadumna. Dushtadumna, everybody knows that. Even Dronacharya knows that Dushtadumna's son is coming out from Jagya of Drupada to kill him. Still, when Dushtadumna is coming to learn the martial art from Dronacharya, he never say, no, I am not going to teach you. The acharyas, they were very liberal. Whosoever coming, they teach. Even though he is born to kill me, still I will give the lessons. So here knowingly pointing out, criticizing. See, you taught your disciple who is born to kill you. After learning from you, your disciple arranging a so great of army against us. He is a bit criticizing. So that time you are very lenient and gave all the lesson to you to the son of Drupada Dushtadumna. But now don't give, don't be lenient. Now I am the king. I am the main things. I am Duryodhana. I am the king. I am, for me, everything, all war is going on. So you should not be lenient now. So how much is criticizing? How much Duryodhana is very political? No. What is the mindset is very. Then now he is comparing his army. Now he's comparing his army that Atrasura Mahishasa Bhima Arjuna Samajyoti Jujuddhana Viratasya Drupadasya Maha. Here in this army, there are many heroic bowmen equal in fighting to Bhim Arjuna, great fighter like Arjuna Virata Drupada. This is how you learn what is there, why he is speaking like this. So Prabhupada has very nicely said that this is a very nice, Duryodhana is a very diplomatic, very good expert diplomatic. He first of all now assessing the strength of the opposition. He told who are there? Bhim, Arjun, other people are there. So he is now assessing the strength of the opposition. That is very good. In a war, we should assess the strength of the army, opposite army, so that we have strategy. So he is now strategizing. And also some other fighter name, they are also great, heroic, powerful, like Dishtaketu, Chekitena, Kasiraj, Purujit, Kunti Boja, Saiba. There are so many great fighters are there. So he's assessing the army and telling all the information to his teacher, so that they will come up with some strategy. So there are mighty Juddhamanu, very powerful Tamajana, Subhadra, son of Draupadi. All these warriors are great chariot fighters. And now what he is telling that, but for your information, best of the Brahmana, let me tell you about the captain who are especially qualified to lead my military force. Now he is now changing it. After assessing the opponent, now he is assessing his strength. So this is the Duryodhan politics, Duryodhan diplomacy. So Duryodhan diplomacy is that he wanted to assess both the strength in order to know that what is their position in the war. So here you can see here, so in this slide, you can see the Duryodhan mindset has been, Duryodhan is very fearful because he saw so much army. He's very diplomat, and he's assessing the army, then comparing the strength. He's assessing the army that Bhima is there, but in our side, Pandavas are in our side, Bhishma is there. You are there. Kannas are there. Vikanna are there. So many big fighters, invincible. So our strength is very unlimited, but Pandava's strength is very limited, because it was protected by Bhim. He knows the Bhim strength very well, because he's a dead enemy of Bhim. He wanted to kill Bhim also many times by giving poison Ladu. So that is, this verses is revealing the Duryodhan mindset. When this is going on, all the things, then there is a war, starting of war is coming. When starting of war, there's a council has been blown. First council is blown from the Vishmadev. Vishmadev blow the council like a lion, roaring like a lion, Vishmadev, because Duryodhan is very much depending on Bhishma. Bhishma is like, he is an invincible fighter. Not only that, he has a benediction of desire. Whenever he desire, he will be died. So he knows that nobody can kill Bhishma. As long as Bhishma is there, we are going to win that. Therefore, he was very much telling everybody, you should protect the Bhishma from all other side, because he should not be disturbed. And after hearing this from Duryodhan, Bhishma want to encourage Duryodhan, blowing the council. And also on other side, Krishna and Arjuna is coming with chariot, and they are blowing their all the council. There's a beautiful verses is given here. You can see here that that on the other side, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna stationed on the great chariot drawn by the white horse, and sounded their transcendental counsels. So here it is said that it is here very nicely stated that Krishna and Arjuna other side, they are stationed on the chariot, and that chariot was driven by the 4 horses, white horses, and sounded that transcendental counsel. The counsel of the Duryodhan and party was not ordinary counsel, but Krishna's and Arjuna, all these counsel are transcendental, Divya Sankho. And what are the counsels? The counsels name also given: Panchajanyam, Hushikesham, Devadattam, Dhananjaya, Pandrum Dudmu, Mahasankha, Bhima, Karma, Brikodara. All these Sankhas name is there. Very nice. Panchajanyam is the counsel of Krishna. Arjuna, Devadatta. Bhima, voracious eater, his counsel name called Pandru. So everybody blow the counsel. But here the counsel of Pandavas were not ordinary counsel. The counsel is Divya Sankha, transcendental. That signifies the victory of Pandavas, because that shattered the heart of Kuru. The sign of Pandava's victory is there because Krishna is there. Wherever there is Krishna, there is a victory. Jesam to Jayatum Pandaputranam, Jesam te Janardhanam. Wherever Krishna is there is always because wherever there is God, there is always victory. It is stated in the last verse of Bhagavad Gita that wherever Krishna, wherever Arjuna, there is always a victory. Jatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Jatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Srir Vijay Bhutir Gurbanitir Matir Mama. That is the last verse of Bhagavad Gita. It is stated that wherever Krishna, wherever Arjuna, there is always a Vijay. So whenever Krishna is there means already the victory is there. Not only that, there are other sign of victory. Wherever Krishna also called Madhava. Ma means Lakshmi. Dhava means husband. So he is the husband of Lakshmi. Wherever Krishna, there is Lakshmi is there. Lakshmi represents the not only opulences of the fortune. That means the fortune is Pandava's side. That is the second reason of sign of victory. Third reason that the flag of Arjuna's chariot is emblem of Hanuman. Hanuman is a servitor of Krishna, is a great devotee of Krishna. During the another war in Tetya Yuga, in Ram and Ravan war, during that time Hanuman helped Ram and coming out victorious. Similarly, in this war also, Hanuman has given the promise that I will be there in your chariot to make you to make you come out victorious. So that is the third reason why the sign of victory is there with Arjuna. So you can see here this sign of victory. Krishna's personal presence, the sign of victory. On the other side, Krishna was not there because Krishna always impartial, is not partial. Krishna says, wherever dharma, I am there. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Sometimes they accuse Krishna. Arjuna was not interested to fight. Why you are inducing to fight? Why you are inducing to become a violent? But they have no idea. Krishna comes only for the purpose of dharma sansthapanaya, to establish the principle of religion. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata abhithanam adharmasya tadatmanam sijamayam. So Krishna say, my whole purpose of descending to the earth to establish the dharma. So dharma is with Pandava side. Therefore Krishna personally presents. Not only that, when Duryodhana and Arjun approached to Krishna, Arjun asked that, I do not want anything. I want you, Krishna. I want Narayan. Krishna offered them, you want me, but I will not fight. Or you want my army, called Narayana army. Narayana army is very powerful. Nobody can defeat them. This Duryodhana, very pragmatic, very practical. Sometimes they say that we are very practical. We should give priority to our job, our family, our parents, then all the spirituality. They have no idea. When you go to spirituality, automatically you are serving everybody. When Krishna is pleased, when Krishna is solved, everybody is solved. Just like we are watering the root of the tree. When you water the root of the tree, the branches, twigs, everything will be nourished. Similarly, when you become Krishna consciousness, your parents, your job, everything will be adjusted, accommodated. Everything will be fine. They have no idea. So Duryodhana mentality is very pragmatic. Oh, very mundane calculation. I want your army. I do not want you because you are not going to fight. But Arjuna never accepted that. Arjuna was given the first chance, first option to ask. Arjuna, first option, he did not opt for his army. But I want Narayan. I want the Supreme Lord. I want Krishna. That itself signifies that how this Arjuna is so much devoted to Krishna, a devotee of Krishna, the mentality of a devotee of Krishna. He wants only Krishna. He do not want anything. If you have Krishna with you, you have everything in you. So here the sign of victory has given Krishna's personal presence, transcendental counsel, Divya Shankar, goddess of fortune, because wherever Krishna, Lakshmi will be there. Then the chariot was given by Agnidev. The chariot, horses and quiver has been given by Agnidev. Therefore, the chariot is special thing that whosoever with chariot, they will also come out very victorious. And Hanuman on the Arjuna flag. These are the 5 region sign of victory. So when this is going on, then there was then at this juncture of the time, when every blows of counsel has been very tumultuous sound, that time Arjuna is speaking. That Arjuna spoke this word, my Lord, Last time I wanted to see, please draw my chariot in the middle of the army. I want to see that whosoever come to fight with me, whosoever come to support the Duryodhan party and fight, desirous to fight with me, I want to just see that. So then Krishna draw the chariot in the middle of these two armies, particularly in front of the Bhishma and Drona, and Arjuna saw that different type of relatives are there. Who are different type of relatives? It is stated in these beautiful verses in Bhagavad Gita that Arjuna saw different type of relatives. So in these verses, Arjuna is seeing Tatra paschastitan patra pitrun atha pitamahan acharyam matulam bhatrin pautram putram sakim tata sosuram suhudda chaiva senorubharapi. So Arjuna could see that within the midst of army, both parties, father, grandfather, teacher, material uncle, brother, son, grandson, all his father-in-law well-wisher. So he saw it is a family war. So he saw all these people in my opponent are my kith and kins, my relatives. So after seeing that, when son of Kunti, Arjuna saw all different grades of friends, relative, he become overwhelmed with compassion. Because see, killing your enemy is fine, but killing your own relatives, own friends, own father, grandfather, that is very difficult for everyone. So Arjuna is not an exception. So Arjuna also overwhelmed with compassion. Oh, how can I fight with them? They are my all relatives. So then Arjuna said that to Krishna, that my dear Krishna, seeing my friends and relatives present before me in such a fighting spirit, I feel limbs of my body quivering, my mouth is drying up. It's very difficult because, somebody will put you to kill your father, kill your mother. How can we do that? My whole body is trembling, my hair is standing on the head, my bow Gandiva is slipping from my hand, my skin is burning. All these symptoms of weakness in the heart, compassion. He do not want. He do not want to, fight. He's very uncertain. How can I fight with my relatives? They are not my enemy. They are my family, my relatives. I am now unable to stand here no longer. I am forgetting myself. My mind is reeling. I see only cause of misfortune. Oh Krishna, killer of Kesi. That is called bewilderment. Now Arjuna is bewildered. What lesson we are getting it? Why Arjuna is bewildered? Because of attachment to the family. So if we are attached to the family, then we cannot see the progressive path of our life. He is so much attached. Attachment causes the lamentation. Arjuna is lamenting due to just attachment. Just like I have got a car. Car is broken. I am now lamenting. Why? Because I am attached to the car. Therefore, a whole Vedic scripture says that go beyond the attachment. This attachment causes the suffering. I am attached to my son. But I should know that I have to be separate from my son. I am attached to my relative. I know I will be separated either at the time of death or abruptly. I am attached to my wife. How long I can attach? Death will terminate our relationship. That is painful. Or abruptly. Therefore, our attachment should be Krishna. When you attach to Krishna, automatically we will see our wife, children, not as our attached personal attachment. We will see that they are also part and parcel of the Krishna. In this way, we will be attached. That is called devotional attachment, spiritual attachment. Everybody is part and parcel of. In this way, we will not have any fighting between the between the Hamas and Israelis. Everybody is the father. God is the father of everybody. Everybody belongs to God and children of God. There is real universal brotherhood when you recognize our common father. So here Arjuna is mistaken. Arjuna thinking is I, me, mine platform. Whenever you are in I, me, mine platform, we will be suffering. So after that, Arjuna decided not to fight because he was so much, I do not see how any good can come from killing my own kinsmen in this battle, nor can I nor can I, my dear Krishna, desire any subsequent victory, kingdom, or happiness. Now the real bewilderment come. He now change his direction. See, material world such a that a little bit of mistake, things will be changing. Padam padam vipadam. Arjuna here is now changing his complete perspective of life. A war is about to start. 640 million people gathered at Kurukṣetra. It is the biggest, greatest war in the history of the world. Now the protagonist, the greatest of all warrior, Arjuna, he is now decided not to fight. That is the turning point. That is the turning point of whole things. How the Bhagavad Gita evolved on the point of the bewilderment of Arjuna, when he was reluctant to fight. That is where Bhagavad Gita has been sprouted up or evolved. So here you can see that how the Arjuna has got the bewilderment. I have a slide also preparation. Observing the army, seeing the relatives. By observing the army, he sees the relatives, different grades, overwhelmed with compassion. Then after that, in Arjuna is telling that Arjuna is turning point. He is reasoning not to fight. Why not to fight? First of all, he is telling compassion. His compassion to the relative. He told, okay, they are they are overwhelmed with greed. They are overcome with greed of enjoying the kingdom. Okay, fine, but we are very sensible. For the sake of the kingdom, how can we kill these relatives and all? That is not good. That is not good. Even after I kill them, what will happen? If I get the kingdom also, I cannot enjoy myself. I need relatives. Supposing I want to buy a car, I want to buy a house. The first thing I will call my friends or relatives, please come. I am buying a car. I am buying a house. If I have no relatives living, what is the use of that? I cannot enjoy myself. Enjoy means we need varieties. Is the mother of enjoyment. I need varieties. I need people. Why Krishna expanded all things? He wants to enjoy. He expanded all the things. Material world, spiritual world, everything. Similarly, this enjoyment, varieties is mother of enjoyment. Here is giving a very good reason. What will happen if I also win? I cannot enjoy. And also is fearful of sinful reaction. He is telling killing is not good. Dharma Shastra say that killing is not good. Although Artha Shastra say that you should kill your enemy. Particular enemy, there is this kind of aggressor is there, who is hijack your or kidnap your wife, who is burning your house, who is attacking with weapon. In this way, there are six kind of aggressor is there. But here Arjuna telling, although there is Artha Shastra is there, it is saying that we should kill them. There is no sin. But Dharma Shastra is telling that it is sinful if you kill a living entity. And Dharma Shastra is more prioritized as more important than the Artha Shastra. So therefore, he is telling it is a fearful of sinful reaction by killing your own relatives. And destruction of family tradition is giving a very, very important point that if I kill, all these people will be killed, all their senior members also will be killed. So the family tradition is not maintained, because we do usually the family tradition is maintained because of senior people. They give us knowledge what to do, what rituals to do, what not to do. So entire family tradition is protected by the senior people. If senior people are died, everybody become young people, become independent, they will not follow anything. As a result, the womanhood will be corrupted, adulterated. When womanhood is corrupted, what will happen? Vanna Sankara, unwanted progeny, unwanted child. You can see in Philippines, you can see in so many countries how much unwanted progeny, so that every whole society is chaos. A society is very chaos. Not only that, there will be no rituals of offering oblation, offering water and food to your forefather who has already died. In this way, he is giving very nice reason, very morality and noble reason not to fight. not to fight. And Krishna was just listening. Krishna is not so much, he's just listening. Arjuna justifying the decision of retreat from the fighting. Why? Because he was soft-heartedness. Soft-hearted, very compassionate. So he do not want that wholesale killing will destroy the family and social structure, will cause the havoc for future generation. So Arjuna was, by thinking all this thing region, that he was so much, overwhelmed with grief, and he decided not to fight. He decided not to fight. So the turning point is that Arjuna decided that no, I do not want to fight. Is the last verses of Bhagavad Gita, where Arjuna, after considering all the point, Arjuna is now decided not to fight. Completely decided. Sanjay said, Arjuna, having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrow, sat down on the chariot. His mind is overwhelmed with grief. That Arjuna who initially told Krishna that you draw my chariot, I want to see. He stand up to see the army, both the army. And after seeing this, and all are my family members, this is a family war, and everybody is going to be killed. Things will be very chaotic. What is the use of all this wholesale killing? What will I get happiness? Just for the sake of kingdom, I am going to commit all this mistake, all the sin of killing my relatives. That's not good. That's not at all good. So he is giving some moral and noble reason that what is good, what is not good. And thinking that, he sat down in the chariot, grief-stricken. What I'm thinking of that itself is not good. Thinking of killing my kinsman itself is not good. So he sat down, overwhelmed with grief. What I am going to do? Why did I think? Why did I come to this war field? Why did I have the mind of killing or fighting the war? He was thinking like that, and he was so much grief-stricken, like crying actually. The next second chapter, we will see that Arjuna is crying, literally crying. Literally crying that why should I come? Why did I think of coming to here? How I have decided to fighting? In this way, he was very much overwhelmed with grief. You can see here, Arjuna having thus spoken on the battlefield, cast aside his bow and arrow, sat down on the chariot, his mind overwhelmed with grief. So this first chapter is about the lamentation of Arjuna. Why? Because identity crisis. This is called identity crisis. Arjuna is identified that I am from the Kuru dynasty. They are my family. They are my relatives. My teacher, my great grandfather, my grandfather, my son, my grandson. So he was related according to his bodily things. His identity crisis. Because of identity crisis, we have our 100% problem. So his identity crisis is thinking in this way. Therefore, he is decided that this war is not palatable for me. It's not giving me sense gratification, personal sense gratification. Everybody individual thinking like that. If something is not personally satisfy me, my senses, I am not going to carry out that one. I am not going to support that. We don't think that what is real, what is our duty, real duty. Arjuna never think of that what Krishna wants. Why this war is a divine plan of Krishna. He wanted to establish dharma, or paritranaya sadhuna vinasayata, to kill all the miscreants who are in adharma side, like Duryodhana and company. That is his idea, Krishna purpose. But our whole idea is that we are thinking what is good for me. What is good also we do not know. So-called moral things, Krishna rejected. All his point Krishna rejected in subsequent chapter. Arjuna, sometimes the people say that I am doing good. Why should I go to God? No, you do not know what is good or bad. You should know what is good or bad from Shastra, from the God. Dharma means dharma to sakshat Bhagavad Printam, the law of God. You are going to court, you cannot manufacture your law. You should follow the constitution. You cannot manufacture. Similarly, you cannot say what is good and not good according to your personal opinion or personal decision, personal consideration. Arjuna is making a mistake here. Whole chapter, Krishna never spoke Arjuna is speaking like a learned person. I know what is good, what is bad. So he is now giving all his decision. He is now giving everything, and he is now in lamentation. No, I am not going to fight. It is very bad. So that is the mistake everyone does. In a very critical moment, crisis moment, we always follow what is good for me. But we never follow what is the God has given, what is Shastra says. We should be directed by Shastra. We have no knowledge what is good and bad. Therefore, Shastra is giving the direction. Sadhu Shastra Guru. Our life should be conducted, directed by Sadhu Shastra Guru. Just like a child do not know whether to cross when a traffic light is red or blue, green. That time the parents will teach us that, or the law of the traffic light will teach us that red means you should stop, green means you should cross. We should follow. We cannot manufacture, no, red means according to me I should cross. That will endanger ourselves. Therefore, to conduct our life, we should follow. Just like you in a country, if you are a good citizen or you want to be a abiding citizen of the country, you must follow the law of country. Similarly, you want to be you want to make your life successful, we have to also follow the law of God. That is called dharma. Dharma means law of God. We must follow. If you do not follow, you will commit mistake, commit sin. Just like if you violate the law of land, you will be in jail. Similarly, when you violate the law of God, we will be in problem. We will be imprisoned in this material existence, one after one, one after one. It is a imprisonment. So Lord is, therefore in second chapter, in the beginning, Lord is giving this good knowledge to Arjuna to dispel his grief, dispel his delusion, is speaking Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita primarily deals with the yoga, different kind of yoga, connectivity. Because identity crisis is the main problem of lamentation of Arjuna. And that identity crisis can be established. You know what is your real identity. So in second chapter onward, Lord is starting with that your real identity is, you're not identity card. I am Indian, I am American, I am Russian, I am blue, I am engineer, I am doctor, I am brown, I am black. No, your identity is there. You are the spirit soul engaged in this material body due to your misdirected desires to enjoy separately from the God. And to come out from this identity crisis, you must know your identity and the process of coming out to real identity, your constitutional position as a real identity, as a spirit soul. Then your action will be always perfect. There's no question of any mistake. Therefore, to coming out from this identity to real misidentity or identity crisis to the real identity, Krishna is telling about so many yoga systems, how to come out. How to yoga means connect. Unless you connect to the God, you cannot revive your identity properly. You have to connect to the God. You should know who you are, what is God. After knowing your identity, how to revive your action, you should connect to God. Therefore, there are so many yoga systems, primarily karma yoga, jnana yoga, ashtanga yoga, or dhyana yoga, then bhakti yoga has been given. All the yoga system is called linking up, how to connect. By connecting, we will revive our action, proper action, revive our proper relationship with Lord. In this way, we can make our life successful. So Bhagavad Gita is chapter 1 is only about this setting sin and the lamentation of the Arjuna. Then second chapter onwards, the philosophy will be starting. So on the last notes, I wanted to show that the central point Prabhupada has been given. The central point or central lessons Prabhupada has given, that Lord wants the central point of Bhagavad Gita of chapter 1 or a whole Bhagavad Gita also. Lord wants and demand that living entity satisfy his senses. By the spell of illusion, one tries to be happy by serving his personal sense gratification in different forms, which will never make him happy. Instead of satisfying his own personal material senses, he has to satisfy the senses of Lord. That is highest perfection of life. Lord wants this. He demands it. One has to understand the central point of Bhagavad Gita. So here, Lord wants that Arjuna, you do not want to fight because you want to satisfy your own personal sense. Everybody of us like Arjuna, we want to satisfy my senses. No, our whole idea to satisfy the senses of the Lord. When you satisfy the senses of the Lord, automatically everybody will be satisfied. As I told you, just like a food. If you give to stomach, all these limbs of the body will be flourished, nourished. If a finger will tell, no, 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 why should I take the gulab jamu and put it in the mouth so the stomach only will take? I should not give like that. I should myself, I will satisfy. He cannot do that finger. If finger is desist from taking rasgulla to mouth, finger will be diseased after some times. Because a whole body will be hungry and this finger will be, diseased condition, will be very weak. Exact point also given. Krishna is telling, I am the root of everything. I am everything. If you pour the water on the root, automatically you will be. By satisfying Krishna, automatically everybody will be satisfied. Everybody will be satisfied, not individual satisfaction. That is the central point. So whole idea to satisfy the Krishna, that means how to carry out the order of instruction of Krishna. That is real dharma, real perfection of life. On this notes, we are ending this chapter 1 of this thing called Visada Yoga, or observing the army of the battlefield, because Arjuna is observing the army in the battlefield and got into the bewilderment, got into the very grief and very depressing situations. So how in next chapter onwards, how Krishna is not only Arjuna, but speaking the Bhagavad Gita to drive away the grief or lamentation of not only Arjuna, to every one of us. Every one of us also, like Arjuna, trying to satisfy our senses, but we are frustrated eventually. Eventually, we are frustrated. So this very important book of knowledge. So next session and all, we should be very careful, because real philosophy will come from the next chapter, 2nd to 18th chapter. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All goes to Srila Prabhupada, Gandhara, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.